What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday, and y'all know what that means. That means we're gonna have us a good old time tonight. I am your host, Emmanuel E-Man Noisette, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in and hanging out with your boy today. For anybody that is new, we are going to cover a lot of the news and the entertainment space that maybe you might have missed out on over the week. We are going to talk about some Deadpool updates for Deadpool 3. We'll talk about some interesting developments and comments that have been made about the Avatar series that's being very highly anticipated on Netflix. And as you probably saw from the title and the thumbnail, we will be talking about the legend, Carl Weathers, who we unfortunately lost today. So we will be talking about that, and we'll be going over a bunch of other news topics, and we might actually watch a couple trailers as well and things to kind of react to along the way. Once again, if you are new here, if you want to participate, it's free, no charge, nothing for you to give up. But all I ask in return is for you to hit that subscribe button. It's free 99. Like I said, won't cost you a thing. Just hit subscribe, and you too can join one of the best live chats on all of YouTube with the rest, and be a part of the EFAM. And go ahead and let your thoughts, comments be known while we go through all of these topics. Let's see, were there any other things? I think that covers most of the things that we will be doing today. Let me do some quick shout outs, and then we will go through the topics that we have. All right. And by the way, shout out to the replay gang. I appreciate y'all, and I see y'all. And thank you once again to Sharon. Sharon be dropping those thanks, hitting that thank you button. Even when you're not on live, you can still go ahead and contribute and support the channel. So Sharon, thank you very, very much. It is always greatly appreciated. And Mambo Jazz, you too. I know you be doing it as well, and I don't thank you enough as well for your contributions. I always appreciate y'all. So thank y'all. All right, let's get some quick shout outs. See who's here with us today. Last of my kin, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Come on, we got Kristen Pratt. Join us on the replay. Oh no. Okay. Damn. So your mom passed away on Monday. Kristen, you are definitely going to be in my thoughts and prayers. You and your family, condolences to you guys. So sorry to hear that. That is tough. That is tough. Listen, I don't think I have anything profound to tell you except that you're not alone. You know, it is not going to be easy. It is something that, unfortunately, that's a weight you have to carry. But you are not alone. Okay, so we will be here whenever you're ready, whenever you need just some type of reprieve or whatever. We will be here for you whenever you're ready to come back. So thoughts and prayers and good vibes and all of that to you and your family. Hope all is well. But stay strong. Stay strong. All right. Ism, what is up? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. MC, what is going on? How are you? Oh, you having cuff surgery? Okay. Hey, best of luck to you with your rotator cuff. I had pec surgery a couple years ago. That's another story, but you will be all right. I'm putting that out there right now. You will be all right. Tane, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Johnny Washington, my man, what is up? Dexter Reason, I see it. Come on through. We got Miss Harper. Thank you so much for being here. Kiki West, I see you as well. 49ers for life. What is up? 60 plus. Good to see you. We got the homie Zia Latrice. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Mitchell, thank you for being here as well. Tyrone, what is up? How are you? Let's see. Chris, what is up, bro? Thank you so much for being here. Shar, always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. Kimmy, appreciate you. Didia, what is up? Good to see you. Dorian, what is up? How are you? Tasha, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Talented one, I see you as well. Good to see you. Who else? We got my man Storm Shadow. What is up? Thank you so much for being here. Minister Crush, my man, what is up? Thank you so much. And also thank you for supporting the channel the way that you do. My man Nelson V, thank you so much for being here. What's going on, Rhonda? Good to see you. Samantha, I see you as well. Corey, what is up? Tyra, good to see you. Trees, hello, hello. CJ, what is up? How are you? Who else I saw? We got them. Yep, yep, yep. There we go. William, good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. T'Challa, what is up? Larry, good to see you. We got the homie Alib holding it down with the Mod Squad. Thank you so much. Gray, thank you for being here. Tracy, always a pleasure. Thank you for being here. More Mod Squad in the building with Angel. What is up? Good to see you, man. There we go. We got my man JN in here. Good to see you. And Curry, hello, hello. Kristen, good to see you as well. Who else did I see? There we go. Sirius, thank you so much for being here. Cal Payne, I see you. Wait, I think I see Namesake. What is up? How are you? Lawrence Report, thank you so much for being here. Dre, what is up? And shout out to everyone that has made it out tonight. Guys, I really, really do appreciate it. I know we're going to have some heavy stuff to talk about at first, but we're going to try and get through it. You know what I'm saying? And then we will make it through one way or another. Let's grab a couple of these comments here. Let's see. Jay, what's up? Here's the Chubbs, wherever he is. Thank you so much for that, Jay. Appreciate you. Let's see. Dan, the man. Oh, damn, man. It's been a minute, bro. Good to see you again. Apologies for the delay. Blessings to Kristen. Thank you so much. And I'm sure she absolutely appreciates that as well. Let's see. Nelson, what? Just have to mention 2 words, Megan's Law. Come on, don't be messy. Don't be messy. Come on now. Why we gotta go there? Yeah, we ain't gotta go there. Listen, and here's the thing. I don't need Nikki coming for me. Okay. I don't need her going live and trying to come for your boy. See, don't you trying to have her make a diss about me? Nah, listen, Nikki, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Nikki. I'm not even a rapper. Okay. I don't rap. Okay. I can't, I barely can rap gifts. Okay. Please, Nikki, not here. Because she been on the warpath with everybody and anybody. And I ain't say nothing to nobody about nothing. Okay, leave me out of it, please. Let's see. Okay, what we got here? JN, thank you. Nothing that is really good and godlike dies. Ernest Moritz, Ardent. Who was I don't know what that. Rest in power to Kristen's mom and Carl Weathers. Love to see all the E fam. Okay, thank you so much, JN. I appreciate you so much as well. All right, guys. Yeah, well, man, this was tough. I was taking a nap earlier today, and I was woken up by a notification on my phone, and it was one of my friends, and he had hit me up with an image, and it had like no words on it, and the only words, and I saw Carl Weathers' face, and for that split second, my mind is like, no, 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 no. Like I'm trying to scroll down the image like in real time, and I'm like, no, please. And then I just saw the date and the end date, and I was just so broken. It hurt real bad just seeing his face. And in case you did not know, we did lose the legend, Carl Weathers. He had passed away. It says here he died Thursday. His manager, Matt Luber, confirmed to Variety, and he was 76 years old. Man, like it's crazy because what really hit me with this was I think it was when Lance Reddick passed away. And it was one of those moments where I really started to think to myself, man, we got to remember and we got to celebrate, our heroes and stuff while they're here, And it was one of the reasons why, I made it like a mission that when somebody that I really admired was going to be in town, if they were coming to a convention, I got to go see them and just thank them. And I got a chance to do that with Stan Lee, right like a year before he passed away. I got a chance to do that with other actors that are still around, Henry Winkler, the Fonz. Hey, like I'm like, listen, we don't know how long people gonna be here. So I've always tried to just make it my mission that if I have the ability or the time to go see Danny Glover, you know what I'm saying? Like man, I got to go thank that brother for everything he's done for us. You know what I'm saying? And one of the people on my list, my wish list, was also Carl Weathers. And unfortunately, I never got a chance to meet him. So it just kind of hurt a little bit more that, you know, I feel as though he has been so impactful and influential, but also flown under the radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's been that guy that I've literally seen on television my entire life, whether it's TV or movies. I've seen Carl Weathers all the time. But I feel like he never really got his due, if that makes sense. Like he's iconic and influential, but he still don't really get his, I don't know. I feel like he's still underrated and underappreciated in some way. But this man, and the thing is, I'll be honest, like I didn't know a lot about him except for the things that I've seen him in. But I will say that like really going through a lot of his life and stuff is really eye-opening. I mean, of course, this guy is known for multiple things. The Predator, oh gosh, Dylan. Oh, hold on. I gotta play it. Some of y'all might be kind of young. And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was, his son is like in his early 20s. Okay, so he's a young guy. And we were me and my friend, we sitting here talking about Carl Weathers and just remembering him and all that. And my guy's son is just like, Carl Weathers, who? Okay, whatever. Like it just did not dawn on him. Now that's a whole different conversation because I had to tell my friend, like, bro, you failed. Like, bro, as a parent, you done failed. Your boy don't know about Carl Weathers. What? Dylan? Mr. Chuck, you don't know about him? But just for some of the young folks that don't know, y'all might not recognize him. Maybe you recognize him from The Mandalorian. Great. But like sometimes y'all might not even know where that he was the inspiration for maybe some of your favorite memes or GIFs or whatever you want to call them. And it just brought this one up to my mind where I was like, no, y'all need to remember and put some respect where this dude, what he contributed. Okay. Don't y'all forget. Okay. Do not forget. Because some people don't know. This is where that meme came from. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
What's the matter?
Yes.
The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
Classic. Hold on. Let me get this out the way so y'all can see the gun show. Would y'all look at the gun show? Listen, put some respect. Oh my man. He was going up there with Arnold and everything. Okay. Carl Weathers. Yeah, whenever y'all see that meme, whenever y'all be seeing that stuff, that GIF put up there, that's Carl Weathers' black arm up there. Okay, bringing unity to the peoples. That's Carl Weathers. Oh, and by the way, that was from Predator 2, in case y'all didn't know. For the first Predator movie, that's where that came from. Okay, so y'all put some respect on this man's biceps. Okay. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This guy has been influenced. He's been here. Now, listen. Hold on, because I need people to understand what Carl Weathers done, what he's been doing. Okay, now first of all, let's go back here. So, of course, Predator, as I just mentioned, Happy Gilmore, Mandalorian. These are just his more prominent roles and stuff. But check this out. This man was a whole athlete. For those of y'all that didn't know, 1970, he was with the Oakland Raiders, NFL player, played in 8 games in the NFL as a linebacker, in 2 seasons. Listen, that ain't nothing to slap it. Listen, that's for real. And here's the other thing. I didn't know he was in all these TV series. Good Times. He was in Kung Fu. He was in Starsky and Hutch. I had no idea. This man was in there. Look, and he earned his first Emmy nomination for 2021 for the Disney Plus series Mandalorian as Grief Karga. But here's what I don't like. What I don't like is how y'all gonna sit here, Variety, and I'm calling y'all out specifically because I did a whole, let me see, just to make sure, I did a whole control find, control F, could not see not one word about Carl Weathers and probably one of his best roles ever, and that is Action Jackson. Okay, now just to give y'all a little something, Action Jackson came right after Predator. Okay, so the same director, the same creator that was behind Die Hard and all these action movies back in the past, they saw what Carl Weathers did with Arnold back then, and they said, hold on, I think we got something here. And they said, let's go ahead and make an action star out of Carl Weathers. And I need y'all to understand why that matters, okay? Because, by the way, it's Black History Month, all right? And growing up, I grew up on action flicks, okay? My dad would sit here. I was watching Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And if you haven't noticed, I didn't name a lot of black names at all. But it wasn't until I got a little older and I started watching older flicks and I saw Action Jackson and I was like, we can be action heroes too. We can be big swole guys leading a movie too. Wow. Talk about representation. Yeah, we had Shaft. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about like the classic late 80s, early 90s action flicks, macho machismo, type of stuff, like you sweating red meat type of action. That's what I'm talking about. And that was Action Jackson for you. So Carl was that man that was putting that representation on screen. And I really, really love the fact that he was that guy for us. But one thing I did want to also go through is like, and I've told y'all this before as well, whenever somebody passes away, a lot of things that really count is what people remember them for, and right now, all I'm seeing on social media, all I'm seeing is nothing but positive, great things that are being said about him. We got a couple things from a couple celebrities, people that have worked with him. Pedro Pascal, just posted an image on his social media, said that words fail, broken heart. You have Giancarlo, who posted this as well. And, he said here, I will sorely miss my dear friend and brother, Carl Weathers. You are truly one of the most wonderful human beings I've had the honor and pleasure of spending time with. I'm grateful for your influence and support for all things good in my life. This is how I will always remember you, my dear friend and brother. But what I love is the fact that it doesn't stop there. Because in addition to that, and I'm sure most people would remember him here, he also got a nice tribute here from Adam Sandler. This is Chubbs. He played Chubbs in the movie. Great movie, by the way. Go watch Happy Gilmore if you haven't seen it. But Adam posted this: a true great man, great dad, great actor, great athlete, so much fun to be around always. Smart as hell, loyal as hell, funny as hell, loved his sons more than anything. What a guy. Everyone loved him. My wife and I had the best times with him every time we saw him. Loved to his entire family, and Carl will always be known as a true legend. Yes, yes, and yes. Of course, it wouldn't be a great tribute, in my opinion, without hearing from Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. He says here, Carl Weathers will always be a legend, an extraordinary athlete and fantastic actor, and a great person. We couldn't have made Predator without him, and we certainly wouldn't have had a wonderful time making it. So and there's one more thing. You would never have Rocky be Rocky without Carl Weathers. Rocky is probably one of the most notable sports movies of all time, like franchises of all time. Okay. You would not have Creed, Michael B. Jordan. You would not have Creed if it were not for what Carl Weathers contributed to that franchise. That's the level of impact and influence this man has had for decades. He didn't even have to be in the movie, and he was still influencing stuff. When I tell you, watching the first Rocky, it was cool. And when I tell you, this might have been the first time I started cheering for a villain, because Apollo was that dude. This man came on the scene and he was giving Rocky the business. I was sitting here like, Rocky, it might be a rap, bro. Okay. And then in Rocky 2, oh my gosh, when they had the classic scene, the training scene where he was getting Rocky, come on now, they running on the beach. Now listen, it was a different time back then. Okay, I know some people want to insert a pause, but y'all gonna let them two men train how they want to train. If they want to frolic on the beach, let them frolic on the beach, because both of them will whoop your tail if you talk about them. That's all I'm saying. But, when I tell you I was hurt in Rocky 4 with Apollo, come on, you mean to tell me that didn't elevate the franchise to a new level? So we do have one other thing, and this is from Sly Stallone. He posted this on his social media. So I'm just gonna play it. Because Sly was definitely close with him as well. Let me get this because I want to hear it too. But let's go ahead and listen to what Sly had to say.
Hello, everyone. Today is an incredibly sad day for me. I mean, I'm so torn up, I can't even tell you. I'm just trying to hold it in because Carl Weathers was such an integral part of my life, my success, everything about it. I give him incredible credit and kudos because when he walked into that room and I saw him for the first time, I saw greatness, but I didn't realize how great. I never could have accomplished what we did with Rocky without him. He was absolutely brilliant. His voice, his size, his power, his athletic ability, but more importantly, his heart, his soul. It's a horrible loss. And I'm standing here in front of this painting because it was probably the last moment we were ever in the ring together, and I'll never forget it. He was magic. And I was so fortunate to be part of his life. So, Apollo, keep punching.
Damn. I didn't hear all of that. Damn. Whew, man, I don't know who cutting onions. Carl Weathers. That guy. That was the guy. So he is absolutely 100% going to be missed. Sending out love, thoughts, prayers, positive vibes to Carl Weathers. I believe he is survived by his ex-wife and his two sons, friends, family, fans, all of that. But like I said, it's the memories that you leave people that are really going to matter, because of the impact that you left in this life. And this man has definitely left me with a lot of positive things. So you guys let me know, what did you think about Carl Weathers? What were your favorite movies? What were your favorite TV maybe moments? any famous roles that you enjoyed. Maybe you got a chance to meet him. Whatever it is, please let me know in the comments down below. Whew, man, that's I'm gonna miss that guy. Damn, and I almost forgot they got a Mandalorian movie still coming out. So I don't know. I know they're gonna have some tributes. They're gonna definitely have some tributes for him or something, because all right, let's move on. I'm gonna try to I don't know if this is good news or bad news. I don't know. Y'all can figure that out. Oh, wait, hold on. Mo, what you got? When I heard, I was like, no, not Dylan. No. Yeah. I was literally saying this. I typed the same thing to my friends. I was like, no. Just that. I mean, I know he was 76, but I still feel like that's too soon. You know, like I'm like, man, can't y'all just make it to 100? You know, just something, you know. I don't know. Thank you for that. All right, guys, we got another thing here. Amazon. So, well, guys, listen. I will tell you guys this multiple times that when it comes to streaming, you know there's going to be only one thing that's guaranteed, and that is y'all gonna have to pay some money. Yes, because one way or another, they gonna come for that bread. And yeah, it looks like Amazon Prime, they were one of the last ones, but it looked like nah. They like, nah. We gonna start showing y'all some ads. Yes. So y'all might have been enjoying no ads for a long time on Amazon Prime Video, but that's over with. But not only is it over with, it says here, Amazon will still give subscribers the ability to view content without ads. You just have to pay a smooth $2.99 per month extra for the privilege. That means the ad-free Amazon Prime Video plan will now cost you $11.98 per month, and the Amazon Prime membership with the ad-free Prime Video now costs $17.98 per month. Woo! Wow. It says here, Amazon said its reason for adding ads to Prime Video was so it has a new revenue stream that can help the company continue investing in compelling content and keep increasing that investment over a long period of time. Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. I mean, listen, I'm not disagreeing with them that that's probably true. We just heard Netflix doing the same thing. You know, Netflix was getting rid of their whole ad. They got rid of the lowest non-ad tier. But, you know, listen, I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I'm going to be very, very honest with y'all. I don't even care because I still use Amazon Prime. I get packages here probably on a daily to weekly basis. Listen, if I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna use it. Okay, I use all the book stuff. I use the TV stuff, you know, for the kids and stuff. I ship everything. Like, listen, you tell me you gonna have this to me by today, I want it today. That's what I'm paying for. So, you know, it does suck if this is something that, you know, people were, maybe this is all you had. Maybe all you were signed up for was just that. But at the same time, I don't know if Amazon got enough content to keep people into paying for it only. Because, I mean, maybe you're here just for the Lord of the Rings stuff. Well, once that season's over, cancel. Maybe you're here only for Invincible. 4 episodes? Trial. You know, like, I don't know if they really have enough to keep people unless you have Amazon Prime as a whole. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Do some of y'all have Prime Video only? Or maybe you have Amazon Prime, or maybe you just don't care at all, or maybe this could be enticing. Maybe you do want to see it and you don't mind a couple ads. Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Let's see. Derek, I watched him all my life. I think Carl Weathers. Okay. I heard it from you first, E-Man. I'm shocked he looks so healthy. Can you tell me how it happened? So, from what I understood, or at least from what I read so far, because usually it takes a couple days for them to reveal the cause of death. I'm not sure if he was dealing with any illnesses or anything, but the last thing I saw, and I think it was Deadline that might have said it, but he died peacefully in his sleep. So I don't know if he was dealing with something else. I don't know if something else was going on. Not really sure. But I guess if it's any comfort, just knowing that he died in his sleep peacefully, it's like the least we could really hope for, I guess, in that case. But thank you so much, Derek. Yeah, it definitely caught a lot of us by surprise, and I'm sure as time goes on, we'll get some more information about that. Larry, what you got? Hey, man, happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to you as well. I saw Godzilla -1 in color, last night in New York City, and there was an actual applause afterwards. It was even scarier in black and white. That is fantastic. I don't think I was compelled to see it in black and white. The whole black and white thing doesn't really do very much for me, but I love the fact. So I think at mine, I don't know if we got an applause, but when I did see it, I think a lot of people were talking, which is a good thing, right? Like a lot of people was like, yo, man, that was dope. Yo, that was crazy. That was it, so that was a cool thing. But yeah, I totally see why they would have a round of applause in that case, because that movie was fantastic. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all go watch Godzilla -1, especially in theaters if you haven't already. All right, guys, give me 1 second. We're gonna try this again. I'm gonna try the whole ad thing. In case y'all didn't know, I am manually inserting ads. What I'm not gonna do is do it as often as I did before. I'm still testing stuff. So some of y'all might see an ad coming up now. All right. And in case some of y'all do not see the ad, don't worry. We'll be right back just in 1 second. Let me check on the babies. Hey, you guys in bed? Okay. Parenting. All right. So there you go. Let's see. That should give y'all time to skip the ads. Let's move on to the next one. Boom, Hijack. So, in case y'all didn't know, Hijack was a Apple TV Plus series starring Idris Elba. And it was like a limited series starring him. There you go. And you know what? Like I did get a chance to see the first to see this. It was like 7 episodes, I want to say. And it was, I liked it. I liked it for the most part. There were a couple things I had some issues with. Like I was like, okay, some of y'all just doing dumb stuff just to keep this story like somewhat enticing. Like there were a couple things I was like, first of all, why you go back on that plane? And why you go back there without some people with you, without a little something with you? Like, what are you doing? I'm trying not to spoil it for nobody, but there was a couple moments I was like, really? But overall, I did enjoy the show and I thought it was pretty cool. With that said, I was actually kind of surprised by this news because I was like, I thought we was done. But no, because Hijack just got renewed for season 2 and it's coming back. Yes. Says here, Apple TV has confirmed that Elba is set to return as negotiator Sam Nelson in a second season of the high-octane drama, which quickly became one of the streamer's top shows when it dropped last year. This comes from Elba. He says, I was floored by the overwhelming audience response after season 1. It's top secret what new situation unfolds for Sam Nelson, but I can assure you we will bring the high octane back. Of course you will. So I do have some theories as to what will happen. I'm just going to hope. I'm going to hope that. Okay, how can I say this without spoiling it? So the whole premise is the airplane gets hijacked, and Elba's character is a negotiator, and he has to deal with these terrorists. Okay, cool. That's the whole premise. I just hope that they don't treat this the same way like what was that other movie with Luke Cage, Mike Coulter, and Gerard Butler? Was it Plane? And then now for the sequel that they're gonna do like Train or Boat or something like that. Just don't do another hijack with another plane. And don't be hijacking like a speeding bus that can't slow down. Don't do that. Like, I hope they just even maybe call it something different. Like, make it a different series where, yeah, oh gosh, I guess that would kind of spoil it. Okay. I'll just say this. I would not mind seeing Idris Elba's character come back. And this time, maybe he's not the good guy. So if you've seen it, maybe that makes sense. Okay. So I'm just saying, in the first season, he's the good guy. I'm wondering if they put a twist and maybe he's going to be the bad guy. Gosh, I can't say that without, I don't know. If y'all have seen Hijack, please let me know if that was something that you guys were really interested in. I was kind of thinking maybe covering it. I don't know. Maybe we could do it. If it's like 7 episodes, we could cover that weekly, because I did miss the boat last time. So if it's something you guys are really interested in, we could cover it. If not, that's fine too. I have no problem binging it with the wife the way we did last time. But y'all let me know, what did you think about Hijack? How do you feel about an upcoming season 2? And what would you like to see in a season 2? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Reagan, what you got? Thank you so much. RIP Carl Weathers. Very sad. He was a really good actor. Also, have you seen Code 8 before? The part 2 trailer came out, and I never saw the original one. So yes, I did see Code 8, and it was trash. It was absolutely whack. It was very cheesy. It was very CW-ish. And I actually completely forgot about that movie until you said something about it. So is that something I will ever go back and rewatch? Absolutely not. So that was my thoughts on it. It's not for me. It's not for me. If y'all like it though, hey, all good. But you're not gonna get no high recommendations from me. That's all. What else we got? Let's do some. Oh, dang, did I do these? Oh, okay. I guess maybe I should change this. Hold on. All right, let's do this quick one here. We got a Sonic update. So, of course, as you know, Sonic 1 came out. We had that whole debacle where ugly Sonic was just out there stinking up the screen. So they went back, fixed it, and they was like, all right, we got to, listen to the fans. They gave us a clean looking Sonic, and they made some money. So much money that they ended up giving us a Sonic 2. And then, of course, if you ended up seeing the post-credit scene and everything at the end, not only, does Sonic have his whole friends with Knuckles and all that and Tails, but we're going to have some bigger problems because there's going to be some more Sonic villains coming in. But one of the biggest questions was kind of like, how are you going to move on with the Sonic 3, which I think a lot of people knew was going to happen? And what are you going to do with Dr. Robotnik, right? Who was famously very well played by the legendary Jim Carrey, right? And the problem here was the fact that like Jim Carrey was kind of like, man, I'm done. Like I'm done with acting. Like I'm good, and he's just like, look, y'all gonna have to have a script that blows me away, for this to happen. So we do have an update on whether or not Jim Carrey is going to be coming back. And it's good news because he will be coming back for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I guess whatever the heck they thought about, whatever they wrote was good enough because he will be back. And when I tell you, this is probably the best news because honestly, he was the best thing. He was the best thing about Sonic, in my opinion. because like I like the first Sonic movie a lot. I really did like that one. The second one, not so much, because they did, in my opinion, way too much time focusing on the humans. And I'm like, bro, I'm not here for y'all. I don't care about what's going on with this person's marriage and this couple. Bro, it's called Sonic. Where's Sonic? Like, yo, take us to the land where Sonic is at, and let's go. Let's go with them. Let's go to the Knuckles tribe. Let's go to Tails. And why are we talking about these humans? I hate that. The only human I cared about was Dr. Robotnik. So the fact that he is coming back, I definitely think that's a positive thing. I'm here for it. I like the sound of it. But y'all let me know. How do you feel? Is this something that's going to compel you to watch Sonic 3 when it comes out? Or is this something that maybe you don't care about? I don't know. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some more movie news and updates. Let's go to, where is he? Oh, okay, there it is. Let's go to this one. So Donnie Yen. In case y'all didn't know, Donnie Yen is one of the best top martial arts fighter actors in the world. I mean, he's up there. Like, if it ain't Bruce Lee, if it ain't Jackie Chan, it's Ip Man himself, Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen be out there doing his thing. He was also in John Wick 4. He was the blind assassin. Listen, those Ip Man movies, I haven't watched all of them. I think I only watched 1 and 2. So I still got to watch 3, and I think there's a 4th one as well. But them Ip Man movies, I love them. I absolutely love them. But I'm also here for anything and everything Donnie Yen wants to do. Like, I'm just a fan of this guy's work. So he does have a new thing coming out, and it's actually going to be a remake of a very popular TV series, in case you didn't know. And for those of y'all that are old enough to remember this, it is going to be Kung Fu. Yeah, y'all remember that? Kung Fu? So it says here, world-renowned actor and influential Hong Kong action filmmaker Donnie Yen is set to star in 87th North and Universal Pictures' Kung Fu, a feature adaptation of the classic 70s TV series. It says here, the original ABC series starred David Carradine as a master martial artist who fled China after his master was murdered. He wandered the Old West, helping the downtrodden and weathering rampant racism while eluding assassins trying to kill him. He was a peaceful man until provoked, which happened at least once in an episode. Yeah, they would not let this man live. Like, every episode, this man was just sitting here like, man, I'm just a peaceful monk. I'm just trying to live my life. And then boom, here we go. Somebody had to try and just cause some trouble, and he would give them hands. Okay, that boy, that man. Listen, David Carradine. Listen, I didn't watch a lot of the original David Carradine TV series. I actually watched the I think it was like the 90s remake. I'll give y'all a fun story. Fun little story. So I told y'all my dad really, had me growing up watching action movies and stuff like that. And one TV series we would watch is the 1990s Kung Fu series, and in this, I don't know if this is the same as the 70s one or not, but in the 90s one, when he came to America, he found out that he had a son. So his son, I believe he was like a police officer or whatever, and they would just kind of tag team. It was kind of like the Odd Couple type of situation. And what I liked was the fact that I like their dynamic. So keep in mind, I'm a young boy, right? Like, this is early 90s. So, maybe even late 80s. So I'm a young kid at this point. And my dad, who is Haitian, right? So as I was coming up, my dad would always want me to call him, Papa, Papa, Papi, stuff like that. Just the French Haitian type of version. And I remember, I never called my dad. I never called him daddy. I never did that. But when I watch Kung Fu in that whole series, Michael, his son, used to call his dad Pop. He used to just call him Pop. So I remember my dad used to sit here and be like, yeah, call me Papa, Papa, Pop. And I was like, Pop, Pops, Pop. Ever since I was a little kid, because of that show, I've called my dad Pop because of that. He didn't like it. It wasn't going to change, but that's just how it was. So I just have that own personal little connection with the TV show. But I just love the fact that, Donnie Yen is going to bring this on. And I like to see what he's going to contribute into this as well. So y'all let me know, how do you feel about the Kung Fu? This is going to be a film, I believe, as well. How do you feel about it? What are you thinking? Are you excited? Are you interested? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Okay. Yes, it does, Larry. Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to make you cool. I'm like, listen, you always gonna be Pops. Like, what's the problem? I like it. Anyway, Tracy, what you got? Thank you so much. Idris on a plane, boat, train, submarine, bus, whatever. Please cover Hijack. Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you so much for that. And it'll depend. I need to see if Apple's gonna give me the episodes, because if they not, then I'm not gonna be tripping over that. But we'll see how where that goes. We'll see. All right, we got another one here now. Dune, and y'all gonna have to help me out with this. I've had a mixed relationship with Dune. I know that it was a book series, I want to say, in the 70s or so, maybe earlier than that. But when, Dune is basically what inspired George Lucas to give us Star Wars. And I remember when the Dune movie was coming out, that there was all this hype about it and all that. So I said, you know what, since I never saw the original Dune, let me go ahead and watch it. And I did. Yikes. Now clearly this was a product of, I want to say, the early 80s, give or take. So the special effects are rough. Okay, by today's standard, they are rough. But I could understand and I could appreciate how people at that time could appreciate and really probably were wowed by what Dune did. Dune was probably their Matrix at the time. It was probably mind-blowing at the time, and it had like a whole fan base and all that, and that's cool. And a lot of times I can go back and watch something old, even if I don't love it, and be like, okay, I see what y'all did. So I respect what it did at the time. But at the same time, it still wasn't enough to really grab me, So when I went to watch the new remake that we just recently got a couple years ago, I was kind of like, okay, it's nice, it's polished, it's shiny, it looks great, the acting was cool, but damn, I still don't really care. Like, I'm trying. I know this was some good filmmaking, but yeah. So Dune Part 2 is coming out this year. And there's a lot of hype over it. There's a lot of excitement. And to be honest, I don't really see it. But I know some other people do. So just in case people were interested, we do have an update for Dune Part 3. Because a lot of people are asking, hey, is Denis Villeneuve, the director, is he going to make another one? And he did comment on that. It says here, Warner Brothers has not yet given the official green light on Dune 3, but should the studio move forward, it will most likely mark Villeneuve's final installment in the franchise. Dune Messiah should be the last Dune movie for me, the director said. He also said last December that Dune Messiah is being written right now, and he added the screenplay is almost finished, but it is not finished. It will take a little time. there's a dream of making a third movie, it would make absolute sense to me. All right, cool. Listen, like I said, I totally understand why some people like it. And I want to just be very clear. Just because something didn't grab me does not mean that it was a bad film. Like, it just was not enough with the mythology and all of that stuff to really compel me to, like, I have no desire to go read the books. I have no desire to go, look deeper into the lore. Like, I was just kind of like, okay, that was cool. Like, I think I even gave it a positive review. Like, I was like, no, it's a good movie. It was made very well, but just not there for me. But that could just be me. How do y'all feel about the fact that, maybe with the current remakes, how do you feel about a third one coming? Is this something that you would look forward to? Because again, y'all don't have to think the way I think. Y'all could feel, maybe some of y'all love it, and that's great. And maybe some of y'all could tell me what you love about it, and maybe it'll help me appreciate it a little bit more. But y'all let me know, what did you think about Dune? Have you watched the originals? Have you read the books? Have you watched the remake? Whatever you think about Dune, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, let's throw a little ad in here. All right. Okay, let's see. Y'all hit that skip button yet? Go ahead and hit that skip button. I ain't mad if you hit that skip. Trust me. Not mad at that at all. All right. Let's get up here. We have a new biopic coming out. We've talked about this before. This is going to be the Michael Jackson biopic. I'm sorry, it's not even Michael Jackson. It's just Michael. That's the name of the biopic. And it is going to be directed by Training Day Emancipation director Antoine Fuqua. And he is going to bring Michael Jackson's nephew, Jafar Jackson, to play the King of Pop in the film. And we just talked about it the other day or last week that the greatly talented Coleman Domingo is playing Joe Jackson, right? And which is cool. So we have Joe Jackson, we have Jafar playing Michael. But now it looks like we got the mama, because you can't have any type of Jackson without Mama Jackson. And I think I like this. Listen, you can never go wrong. Never go wrong with some Nia Long. Listen, Nia Long is going to play Mama Jackson's mom in the Michael biopic. Yeah, that's a great pick. I like that pick. Like, I was a little mild. On this on this movie, but hey, listen. I think I'm gonna watch this one. Got some, something about this. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm gonna watch this movie now. But not only do we have the wonderfully talented Nia Long to play Mama Jackson. Now I'm gonna be honest. This one kind of threw me for a loop at first, because if y'all follow me on social media, they said somebody else was gonna be in the Michael Jackson movie, and the only thing you heard in the headline was Miles Teller is in talks to play in Michael. And I'm sitting here like, hold on. How y'all, what do you mean? Y'all not gonna give us no context? Y'all not gonna tell us who it is, what it is, what? How you gonna show up on the first day of Black History Month, sitting here talking about Miles Teller is just gonna play in Michael? Play what? Play who? Boy, y'all had me put on my whole, Dr. Umar hat or something. I was like, what you mean? He just gonna play? Who is he gonna play? But this is why we have to read. because reading helps. But it does say here that Teller, according to Deadline, will be playing an attorney of Michael Jackson. And of course, as some of you guys know, Michael had a lot of legal issues going on. So there's Howard Weitzman, was known for defending Jackson and his estate in particular against creditor claims and accusations of pedophilia. There's also Mark Regos, who assisted Jackson in the early stages of the 2005 People versus Jackson molestation case, before being replaced by Thomas Massaro. So, okay. Now, some people was also saying Paul McCartney, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm just saying I'm gonna need some of these headlines to be a little bit more, responsible. Don't just be saying, he's just gonna play Michael Jackson. Like what you stop it. We're not doing this the way Flex did. We're not going back. Okay, we're not doing that. Anyway, how are y'all feeling about this whole Michael Jackson biopic? I mean, I know we've seen biopics about him before. I know everybody and their mama knows who Michael Jackson is. How are y'all feeling about it? I think the cast so far sounds pretty good. I haven't heard anything so far that's giving me any red flags. But I don't know. Whatever y'all think, though, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Tyrone, what you got? The Dune remake was okay, but I'm waiting on Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40K. Okay, that's cool. Now Warhammer is another example of something that I'm not familiar with. I think isn't that a PC game or something like that? I don't know. But one thing I do know is that Henry Cavill loves him some Warhammer. I mean, that guy right there he's a nerd, in the best way. He loves his Dungeons and Dragons and all. I'm surprised he ain't show up on Stranger Things, to be honest with you, but that guy loves that Warhammer for real. So to me, I love the fact that he loves it. So whether it works or not, whether it's interesting to other people or not, damn it, he is doing that thing that he likes, and that's great for him. And it's great for the people that like that as well. So I totally feel you. If you are a Warhammer fan of the games or whatever, then that's cool. Very, very happy for you. All right. What else do we have? Guys, I don't think we about to have no 3 hours. I think we good. We flying. I like this. All right. So we talked about this last week. We have talked about how it was between Meg Donnelly and Millie Alcock, between the who were the finalists for the role of Supergirl. Now, I already gave y'all my pick. Okay, I told y'all I thought Meg probably should have picked it just because of the jawline. Okay, that girl had she had that Kryptonian jaw. Okay, and she looked just like David Cornsweet, So I don't know why. But I thought that was a clear and obvious pick. And I didn't know this. Did y'all know she already played Supergirl? I think she voiced Supergirl in like the other animated stuff. So I'm sitting there like, yo. So she talked like Supergirl and she looked like Supergirl. What's the problem? Well, James Gunn thought differently because he said Millie is the way. And now your new Supergirl is going to be Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon, aka Them Dragons. We do have some news here. It says Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is taking flight with House of Dragon star Millie Alcock. It says here, and this is according to James Gunn. Millie is a fantastically talented young actor, and I'm incredibly excited about her being a part of the DCU. Yes, I first became aware of her in the House of the Dragon, but I was blown away by her varied auditions and screen tests for Supergirl. Good. Listen, I thought that this was a win-win either way, right? Because to me, even though I wasn't that familiar with Meg like that, I was like, I'm assuming both of these people can act. We've seen Millie act in House of the Dragon. I thought she did a great job there. So it will be interesting to see her moving forward. And I just like how James Gunn, I wouldn't say he's telling on himself, but I like how this kind of gives you a little insight in terms of how people get cast. So it does help if you happen to be a part of a very popular show or something that these directors have watched. You know, like they're human, right? They're not going to sit here and, watch all 30,000 people try out for this role. They're going to be like, hey, you know what? I like that House of the Dragon. Can we see if that little girl want to be Supergirl? Like, now listen, they didn't say they gave her the job, but it was like, look, invite her to the audition, and you still got to perform in the audition. So I like the fact that we at least kind of get a glimpse as to how, these roles are cast. Clearly, and this is, by the way, this is one of the reasons why it helps that you get onto something that has a good platform. Because if she was doing something on Apple TV or on Tubi, I don't know if everybody would have hyped it up as much. But being on HBO Max and, he's a Warner Brothers person now, that kind of helps. I think it just helps with the exposure. But anyway, we also had director Matthew Vaughn he commented on this as well. And in case you don't remember, Matthew Vaughn is the guy who he gave us Kick-Ass, he gave us the Kingsman movies, and he did X-Men First Class. Okay. But he had some insight, about this casting for Millie, and I thought it was kind of interesting. But here's what he ended up saying about the whole Supergirl thing. It says Vaughn recently appeared on Bro Bible's post-credit podcast and expressed both interest in directing Alcock in a Supergirl movie and confusion over the order of the film's development. He says here, I'm a huge fan of Millie Alcock, huge fan. Met with her for this other project we're working on. She turned me down, which was sad. She's a fabulous actress. Then again, I do find it very weird that they haven't gotten a director. That surprised me because you shouldn't cast a movie. The director should be casting the movie. I don't understand who cast it if there isn't a director. So clearly somebody did not let Matthew Vaughn know she's not being cast just for one movie. Yes, obviously she's going to be in Supergirl, Girl of Tomorrow, whatever, but she's being cast for the entire DCU. So James Gunn is looking for somebody. All these people that are getting cast, they can't just be for that one movie and maybe moving on. That's a different system. I would argue that's something that, the old way of doing cinematic universes, because what James Gunn is doing, let's not forget, the DCU, according to him, if you're picked for the role, you are about to be in the movies, you're going to be in the TV shows, you're going to be in the animation, you're going to be in everything moving forward. He wants full continuity. So, and I kind of like that, right? Because to me, as an outside person, as a fan, it kind of gives me a little bit of confidence that even, let's say, if this movie doesn't do very well, you could just switch up the director and just get somebody else to do the thing or whatever. But I like this actress or I like this actor, and I know that they're always going to be there. So I like that little bit of security, knowing that the continuity is going to be there and the director, because listen, it's going to be a very different thing if, and I know this is not going to happen, if you have Christopher Nolan who wants to come in and cast his version of Supergirl and do his version of the movie. But guess what? Maybe that don't flow with the rest of the DCU. And then maybe you switch from Nolan and you go get the Russo brothers, or you go get Greta Gerwig or something else, somebody else, and they got different visions. Nah, G, y'all all coming in to fit this DCU plan. That's the way these directors are going to have to work, because that's what Gunn wants. He wants a continuity within his cinematic universe. So it does make sense that you would cast the people first before getting a director. The director's gonna have to fall in line with the vision. Matter of fact, Ben Affleck, when asked about him doing a Batman movie and all, he was like, "Nah, I'm good," because he doesn't want to do the vision that James Gunn has, which probably means he doesn't want to fit in that system that James Gunn is trying to lay out, which is fine. It's fine, So anyway, what do y'all think about Millie getting cast as Supergirl? Do you like the pick? Maybe are you hurt because she ain't got the jaw? Listen, I told y'all, man, it's all in the jaw. My girl, listen, she a great actress, but she ain't got the super jaw. Okay, I don't see the Kryptonian jaw right there, but I think she's gonna be great anyway. I'm not too worried about it. Per se. I think she'll be okay. But I don't know. Y'all let me know. How do you feel about her being confirmed? How do you feel about her being the official Supergirl for the next, 5-10 years? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Oh, wait, hold on. Nerdy, what you got? James Gunn is cooking with the DCU casting so far. As Mark Ruffalo said, Marvel should be sweating with Gunn in charge at DC because he's the real deal. Marvel better get their act together and fast. Thank you so much for that, Nerdy. I appreciate you. So, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait before we go, saying all that. I do agree. I totally agree with you that on paper, everything seems to be going in the right direction with a lot of things that Gunn has done. Now, there are some red flags. I would say one red flag is, why the hell, as an executive, why the hell would you hire Andy Muschietti, who was just in charge of your flop of The Flash, to put him in charge of your Batman movie? Batman, your number one selling IP as in this DC franchise? You gonna put the guy that was in charge of the flop in charge of your number one thing? What kind of executive decision is that? So I have issues more so, or let me just say, I have more concerns about James Gunn's executive prowess. Not so much creativity, with the creativity stuff, but more so with like the people he's putting in places. I've already expressed my concern with how he handles talent. When you have somebody like Jeffrey Levi out here talking, left and right, sabotaging movies and, stuff like that. So I'm a James Gunn fan. I commend James Gunn when he says things like, we got to do story and characters first. Yes, but I need to see it before I can believe it. I'm not one of those people that wants to fire James Gunn before I see nothing. Not at all. But I do want to see what he does, and I want to see how things connect before I start to anoint him just yet. And to Marvel's credit, Marvel has been slumping. I don't think that's any type of secret. I don't care how big of a Marvel fan anyone is. You cannot deny Marvel has had a couple missteps since 2020. Okay, it's been a couple problems, but we've also seen Marvel doing some course correction. We've seen Marvel pulling back on some of the things that they're doing. We've seen Marvel doing more reshoots on certain movies that need some help. We see Marvel stopping production on TV series like Daredevil and saying, nah, man, we can't do this. We got to bring the whole cast and crew and the feeling from the Netflix vibe back. So Marvel they took a punch, but they collecting themselves too. So, and by the way, we'll talk about this later on. This is why I've said I don't care nothing about what's happening with Marvel until 2026. 2026 is when I really think we will start to see the fruits of Marvel's labor and decision making. Because remember, what any studio, whether it's James Gunn in the DCU, whether it's Marvel in the MCU, whenever they make a decision, we, the audience, will not see what it really executes and pans out to be for another 2, 3, 4 years. So I like what I'm hearing right now, but we have to wait and see in what 2025, 2026. Is this really going to work? We'll see. But thank you so much, Nerdy, for that. Really, really appreciate your contribution. Thank you for that. Larry, hold that thought. I will come back to it. I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. Okay, so hold that thought. Okay, Jared, what you got? Thank you so much. It was kind of the same way when Chadwick Boseman was cast as Black Panther. He wasn't Ryan Coogler's choice. The Russo brothers cast him, but overall it worked out for the best. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Marvel, and I think Nate Moore even talked about that. They saw, what was it? It was 42 that they saw, and they was like, that's the guy. They saw Chadwick in 42, the Jackie Robinson movie, and they was like, nah, that's the guy. He needs to be our Black Panther. Like, that's him. So absolutely, you cast for the universe. You don't cast just because one director's coming, and no, you do that for solo stuff. Like dude that's doing Robert Pattinson's, his whole Batman series. Like you let him do his thing over there in the Elseworld, but you don't, if you're doing a cinematic universe, you pick your guy or your girl, and then people just gonna have to fall in line. But thank you so much for that. All right, let's see. Do we want to do that now? Yes. Okay. Let's take a quick break because I need some water. Break. All right. I'll give y'all some time to skip them ads real quick. Oh, we making good time. I love it. I love to see it. What else do we have? We have. Okay, we can talk about this. All right. So, in case y'all didn't know, Peanuts has been a very, very popular comic strip, cartoon since probably the early 70s, give or take. But there's been some controversy. Okay, there has been some controversy over time. And I just heard that we got a trailer for Franklin. In case you did not know, oh, has it been the 50s? Wow, I didn't know. I thought it was the 70s. Okay, the 50s. Shout out to Charles Schultz and all of them, right? So I just saw that there was a trailer for Franklin, and I was already a little concerned because I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all gonna do a whole trailer for I don't know if it's a movie or a TV. I don't know what it is, but I saw the trailer and I saw people talking about it. So I was like, all right, let's react, see what the big hype is, right? And one of the biggest things I just know, because I'm not a big Peanuts fan like that. I didn't grow up with it. It wasn't something that I really watched every single time. I've seen it. Like I've seen Charlie Brown Christmas. I know little jokes, with the football, take it away. Like I'm familiar with it. But the one thing that always stood out to me was that like y'all barely got any black folks. Like Charlie Brown does not deal well with diversity. Now I get it. It's a product of its time. And the one thing that always stood out to me was like, yo, y'all making something about Franklin? The only black kid the main black guy that was in there? Okay, so I say, you know what? Let's see what they about to do. Because I don't know if this is just for Black History Month. I don't know, if Apple has gone woke or whatever. But I figured like it'd be fun to go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead. We're gonna watch a couple trailers today. But this one's gonna be one of them. So let's get ready. All right, let's get this up here. And let's check out this trailer for Franklin. Welcome home, Franklin.
Hi, I'm Franklin. Franklin. I've lived in a lot of different places. My family is always on the move. This was it. Our new town. Do you want to have... Excuse me. Making new friends can be hard. I'm Franklin Armstrong.
My name is Charlie Brown. The big soapbox derby race is coming to town. The winning team gets a trophy and free pizza for a whole year.
What do you think, Charlie Brown? Partners?
Partners. Hey, Franklin, what kind of music do you like?
The godfather of soul, James Brown.
Really?
You're not related, are you?
I don't believe so.
My grandpa always says you gotta want it to get it. Let's see what we can really do. Friendships are not perfect, but we can get through the rough spots together.
A best friend is someone that you can totally trust. That always has your back.
Hit him with that seawall.
Hey, Franklin, we saved you a seat over here.
You know you found your home when you're
They
surrounded
fixed
by
it.
good friends.
Oh, they fixed it. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I see why y'all was talking about. Oh, dang. Man, go ahead, Apple. Man, go ahead. Okay, look. First of all, that trailer looked cool. That was a fun little trailer. Okay, like they had my man out there doing a little sea walk, a little footwork and all that. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I don't believe this little kid is sitting here listening to James Brown like that, but okay, that's fine. I always thought Franklin was a Nipsey Hussle kind of guy myself, but okay, that's cool. That's understandable. But for some of y'all that don't know, there was controversy back in the day. Hold on, let me pull up. There was controversy back in the day with Franklin because racial discrimination, bias, whatever you want to call it, where this is what happened with Franklin. Franklin was known for, at the Thanksgiving feast or whatever, everybody was sitting all the way over here. Not one person wanted to sit with Franklin. The only black character, y'all just put them all on the side. Didn't want to eat with him. Didn't want to do nothing with him. So that when I say they fixed it, they literally did. They was like, hey, nah, man. You can come and sit over here and eat with us. Good. Thank you. And that's the thing. Like it's I want to say this happened during 1973. This was the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special that they stay playing on repeat. But hey, that's nice. That's really nice. I like the fact that they did that. So kudos, man. Kudos to the people at Apple. I might just go ahead and watch this just to support, for my man Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Like at first it felt like a little panderish. I ain't gonna lie. It did feel a little panderish, but I gotta give my man a little props. They fixed the seating situation in Thanksgiving. So I like it. But anyway, what did y'all think about Welcome Home Franklin? Is this something that you enjoyed? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were there things that you were hoping to see or not? I don't know. Are you even a Peanuts fan? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right, Larry, I still see you. Don't worry, we'll get to you in a sec. Let's do another one. So I saw this pop up and I wanted to take a look at this mainly because the cast. So I saw Aldous Hodge, who I'm a very big fan of. And what is her name? I think it's Danielle Deadweiler. She was in the Till movie, and I saw them together and I was like, oh, what is this movie? And I saw it was labeled sci-fi. So I said, you know what? Let me check this out. And I posted it. I think I posted on my Facebook page or something. And it looked like people liked it, so I was like, oh well, maybe I should actually watch it now. So I want to watch this with y'all and see. Let's bring this out again. Let's go again. But I want to play this here. I haven't heard anything about it, and it's probably because it's from this studio, Vertical Entertainment, whatever. I ain't never heard of Vertical at all, so I don't know. Let's see here. So I'm gonna play this for y'all. Can we make it a little bigger? No. Let's make it a little bigger so we can all see. Yeah, okay. Let me get this out the way for y'all. So let's check this out. This stars Aldous Hodge and his brother. What is it? Eldon Hodge or something like that. And y'all let me know what you think. Let's check it out.
Vanessa, everything okay?
There's something wrong with this place.
What do you mean?
Out in the forest.
Vanessa.
I kept walking around. It's like I was in some kind of loop.
I love you, but you need help.
Why he looks so crazy?
I lost a son. I don't want to lose you too. It's the anniversary of Obi's death.
I can't talk about this right now.
You gotta be patient with her. It will be all right.
Didn't your dad said they did experiments around here?
They shut the facility down. The forest was reclaimed as a preservation. He was searching for something.
He lost his mind. And now I'm losing my wife.
Everything okay?
Wait, what?
This place is strange.
Didn't he go? Did he run around the door?
Alex?
We never met. From a different space and time.
What are these spaces?
Fragmented versions of the world. The paradox is that we can't coexist. The space is already occupied by another version of ourselves.
My son. Is there a chance he's alive?
Every space I've searched, he's dead.
Maybe you haven't looked hard enough.
I'm closing the space.
I think we can find him.
Humans have never fully been in control.
She's not Vanessa!
We can't exist in the same space. My son, he's still out there, and I need to find him.
Okay. All right. Listen. I'm sold. Wow, yeah. These variants are running wild. See, we gotta blame Kang for this. This is definitely Kang's fault. Listen, I like this. I don't really see a lot of especially black led films that do these genre specific type of movies, so like I like stuff like this. I like when we get to see different folks in different genres and stuff, and this is right up my alley. I love me some good sci-fi, and this definitely looks like it's gonna be deep. Now I will say I think this trailer might have given us a little too much, because I feel like I can already predict what's gonna happen based off of y'all literally showed me everything. I probably would have cut it the moment the other Aldous came in. I probably would have cut it right before that. But either way, this looks like something that's gonna come to streaming. I don't even think I've ever heard of Vertical, the studio, before, so I don't know if this is even gonna make it to theaters or not. But I'm not gonna be mad if this show up on Amazon Prime or on Netflix. I'll watch it. this seemed like one of those remember Bird Box? It reminds me of that kind of vibe of like, yeah, just stay home and watch it. So I'll watch it, I'll support it. I think those are all great actors, so I'm here for it. But what did y'all think about the parallel trailer? Have y'all even heard of it? Was it because apparently this came out yesterday? The trailer dropped yesterday. I ain't hear nobody say nothing, so I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. I definitely agree. It definitely has Jordan Peele vibes to it for sure. But whatever you guys think, let me know in the comments down below. All right. Moving on, we've got. All right, yeah. Let's talk about, because I know a lot of people have been concerned about this. Let's talk about Avatar, because the trailer was amazing. Let's just be clear about that, right? The trailer for the upcoming Netflix Avatar series looked incredible. The casting has sounded amazing. So there have been a lot of positives so far that are giving people a lot of incentive and belief that this show could be great. Now, I have also been a little apprehensive only because I need to see what happens, right? Like I need to know what exactly y'all going to do, because we've seen really good shows be advertised or a dope trailer and it just don't live up to the hype, or it just does not deliver what was expected. And I saw a couple headlines that really kind of got me a little nervous. And a lot of this had to do with the interview from the creators of the show, or the showrunners of the show. And yeah, we do have some things that I think maybe people should hear about before we jump right into the show, to really get an understanding of what we should expect. So let's see, I had it here somewhere. Oh, this was long. Oh, did I not highlight it? Oh wait, sorry, it's right here. Okay. So this came from, I believe, the showrunner. The showrunner said this here about what we should be expecting. They said here, I've used the term that this show is a remix, not a cover, and that you've got to hit a lot of familiar notes, but you can't forget that this is supposed to be a new song. So obviously there are story points and characters that you have to do fairly faithfully from the original. But at the same time, you're literally translating something from 2D to 3D, and that meant dimensionalizing the story, taking it to new places, filling in some of the gaps. Okay. Then they go on to say there are certain scenes that you never saw in the original, whether it's the attack on the Southern Air Temple, or the Agni Kai between Oze and Zuko. And those are things that I knew we needed to see in order to make it feel more grounded as a live action show. Okay, so I would be lying if I told you that hearing that this is a remix and not a cover was not a little concerning for me. Because in my opinion, I'm like, yo, we fell in love with the animated show. What exactly do you think that you're changing here? You're talking about going from 2D to 3D. Duh, that's what live action is. We get that. What does that have to do with changing up the story, though? Like what are you talking about? I don't know about y'all, but I do want to cover. Listen, sometimes people can cover a song, a famous song, a popular song, and they can still put their own, their twist on it. They can sing it a slightly different way, and you can still enjoy both. But, like, listen, we got Happy Birthday, right? And then we got Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday. Listen, both of them can coexist at the same time. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't need a remix of something that's already good. Now, if you do remix it, whoo, you better be even better. Because if the remix sucks, then that's a real fail. That's a real fail. But we have some more because they continue on with the whole remix point. The interviewer asks, I think one of the big questions is, despite all the remixing, is the point A and the point B still the same as the original? And they said pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I think the state of the world and the stakes of the world are still the same. We essentially give him, or Aang, the vision of what's going to happen, and he says, I have to get to the Northern Water Tribe to stop this from happening. That gives him much more narrative compulsion going forward, as opposed to let's make a detour and go ride the elephant koi, that type of thing. Okay. Now that I can kind of understand. I can understand if you say, you know what, the if we're doing a limited season, maybe you cut out all the funny gag stuff and you just stick to the main beat. I can understand that. I'm not going to be too upset about that. Like if you just condense the story, I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that because maybe everybody don't have time to watch all 3, 4, 5 seasons of Avatar. That I don't have a problem with. But they do go on to say something that got a lot of people talking. And it had to do with some of the characters, especially Sokka. In case y'all didn't recall, if you don't recall, Sokka had a couple issues, in the show. And apparently they changing all that. Now, this is from the actors, I believe, that are playing Sokka and his sister. So they had some things to say about what you can expect with their characters. They said here, I feel like we also took out the element of how sexist Sokka was. I feel like there were a lot of moments in the original show that were iffy. And the other co-star says, yeah, totally. There are things that were redirected just because it might play a little differently in live action. They go on to say, for the live action show's part, it seems as if the story will focus more on Sokka's trauma around his parents, which is similarly important and thread in the original series. He's dealing with what it means to not have his father and try to maybe lead when you're not fully capable. Time out. Wait a minute. If anyone has seen the original Avatar series, and I think we all unanimously can agree with this, one of the best elements of this entire show was character growth and development. That was it. Sokka was sexist for a reason, because he had to later learn to get over it, when he encountered the female tribe and stuff like that. What are you doing? This is this is like if you're going into, I don't know, if we're keeping it with songs and remixes and covers, this is like trying to do a Mariah Carey song and you're getting rid of that high note that she hits all the time. Like, just don't do it then. If you're not going to hit that high note Mariah going to sing, don't do it. It ain't for you. Like, what? I could see if you sit here and say, you know what, maybe because the whole series is not going to be 4 or 5 seasons or whatever, maybe the sexism is cut down and we still keep it, but we just kind of keep it. But now, if you're not going to include it, this is going to come off, and I hate to say it, but you're going to feed into that crowd that's always talking about wokeism. And this is the negative side of wokeism, whatever that means for people. I don't, I already know. I told you I'm woke-ish. I don't mind when we want to diversify stuff and we want to fix certain things. Like we just saw in the Peanuts trailer with Welcome Home Franklin. They found something that was problematic. They addressed it and then they fixed it throughout the story. I'm cool with that. But you're not going to take out this man's character flaw that he needs to grow from? Why is he here? because of his parents' tragedy, you can't do both? And let's not forget, the original creators of Avatar, they are not a part of this. Now it kind of makes you wonder why. Now, I've seen in other interviews that basically the original creators were just kind of like, nah, we just not feeling the direction. I mean, if that wasn't a red flag, now I'm a little bit more concerned. But they do go on to talk about Katara's character as well. It says there are certain roles I think that Katara did in the cartoon that we didn't necessarily also do here. I mean, I don't want to really get into all of that, but some gender issues that didn't quite translate from the cartoon. Kim said that Netflix wanted to guard against him being perceived as outright unlikable in terms of Sokka's character. Yeah, so we had to guard against that kind of stuff. What are y'all talking about? So this was Netflix's decision? Netflix was afraid that the person that learns not to be sexist and grows to become a better character, we just gonna hide the flaw in the first place? Netflix, what is you doing? Did y'all even watch the show? Because now I'm starting to get the impression somebody who did not watch the show came in, saw that he was being sexist, and was like, oh no, we can't have that. We'll get canceled. Because you clearly did not watch the show. Clearly. I don't even, you know what? While we at it, why don't we do stuff like, I don't know, let's make the Fire Lord less angry. Why not? We here now, right? You know, let's make Zuko's sister a little less irritable. Let's make her more understanding. That should be fun, right? That should be in, right? Listen, I'm just saying, this is not giving me the best vibes right now. I don't know. I'm a little suspect on this right now. But y'all let me know, what are you thinking about this Avatar series? Once again, the trailer looks amazing. Okay, the acting and the cast looks great. I'm having a little trouble with what these people are saying behind the scenes, though. I'm having a little issue with that. And I still have to juggle the fact that the original folks are not there. But anyway, y'all let me know, what do you think? Are you going to be tuning in? Are you going to watch? Are you going to wait and see? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right. Oh, God. Larry, what is this? Don't forget that Synchronic was a great sci-fi. Oh, that was Mackie. Never mind. I don't even know what that is. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Synchronic. Hold on. Ugh, I did see that movie. Yeah, no. Y'all can watch it if you want to. I saw it. Nope. And nope. Let's see. Anthony, I'm nervous about this adaptation because of what I told you about last week, and I still have PTSD over that movie. I totally understand. Listen, just gonna have to wait and see. You know, we'll see. But thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate you for sharing. Let's see. Let's see. What'd you say here? I was wondering if I could hit you up on email or DM about an older film that I'd love to hear your take on, including the possibility of a remake. Hey, that's what this platform's for, you know, because I don't really check a lot of private messages. I get spammed all the time, and it makes it very, very difficult for me to actually see what's real or not. So here's the platform. Talk about it. Listen, movie news is dry right now. So feel free to submit the stuff here. And then, you know, if we got time, we'll talk about it. And I still got your other one I'm going to get to in just a few. All right, let's move on. We got Kang. All right, we all know that Jonathan Majors is out. And we got to find a new Kang. We got to find a new Kang the Conqueror. There have already been rumors that Coleman Domingo has been in the running for consideration. Marvel, at least this is according to the rumors, that they would consider whether or not Coleman will be one of them. I personally love that idea, just because I think that Coleman has the range to give you different characters. I think that, right? But we got a new contender, a new challenger that's coming into the mix of who could possibly be the new Kang. And I think some of y'all mentioned this, so maybe some people would like it. I think I've talked about it in the past. But right now, guess who's back? John David Washington. That's right. Apparently, according to the rumors, he is being considered as well to play Kang. It says here, John David Washington is also in consideration for the potential to play Kang the Conqueror. This comes from Daniel Richmond, the same Hollywood scooper that's been giving us other stuff in the past. Let me just say right here, right now, no. And I say this as a fan of John David Washington. I like this man's work. But I personally, based off of what I've seen, I'm talking about Tenet, I'm talking about Malcolm and Marie, I'm talking about Black Klansman. So I followed this brother's career. The only thing I haven't really watched was Ballers. That's the only thing I really haven't watched from him. No. Not this. No. I can't. Now, I say this only because I believe that if you're going to have the character of Kang, you need someone that has range. And that's what I was talking about with Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo, in my opinion, has more range than John David Washington. John David Washington, I have yet to really see him do multiple different roles and to have him stretch as an actor. For example, in The Creator, I didn't see my man stretch very much, right? In The Creator, he seemed very similar to his character in Tenet, for example. So I don't know if he can really give you an Immortus Kang and a Scarlet Rider Kang, and I don't think I don't think he can do that. I just don't think so. Now, here's the one caveat. I'll consider. If Marvel really wants to give us John David, and if this is only for 1 or 2 movies, I'll take it if you put his daddy in there. If bringing John David into the MCU means that we could potentially get Denzel to play an older version of Kang, just a one-time thing, I would be a little bit more forgiving of this. I can live if you tell me Denzel gonna come, which probably is a long shot, but if you ever wanted to get Denzel to do anything in the MCU, probably the best way to do it is say, hey, we only need you for this one movie and that's it. No other commitment at all. But here's the thing. I don't think that's going to happen. Because Denzel's like, man, y'all lucky if I'm even acting. Like, I'm on that director's tip right now. I'm on that producer's tip right now. Denzel don't need the MCU. If anything, Denzel will be doing that to help his son out. And his son don't really want to be helped by his dad because he want to stand on his own 2 feet, which I respect. But if that's not going to happen, listen, we don't need John David, not for this role. You can get that brother some other things to do, but not for this. Anyway, y'all let me know, what do you think about this rumor? Is John David somebody that y'all hoping to see in the MCU? Is that a character that you would like to see as play? Is that an actor you'd like to see play Kang? Whatever you think, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Chris, no, I did not review Book of Clarence. It was I probably still should. I don't know. It was no the harder they fall. I don't think it was a bad movie. I also don't think it was a great movie. I did have a couple issues with not probably the pacing, maybe the writing and a little bit of the editing of the film. Um, I think that I think it's a movie that the average person that is probably casually religious might enjoy more than someone who's deeply religious. I'm just assuming here. Um, I come from obviously a place of faith, but also a place of academic background in religious studies. So there were a couple decisions that were made. While of course I understand creatively you can do whatever you want, um, that just didn't sit too well with me that they did in this movie. Um, but creative differences aside, I've seen better from this director. It's not a movie I would go back to. I give it points for originality. Um, like it was okay. It was okay, but it's not something I'm gonna ever go watch again. Now, The Harder They Fall, man, I'm watching that every day. Like I watch that like at least 3 times. That was fantastic, original, funny. But for me, Book of Clarence just didn't hit for me. It just didn't hit. So, it is what it is. But I understand how other people might like it. I understand why other people don't like it. I totally understand. So, but it's not something that I'm just like, man, this was great. Not for me anyway. Thank you so much for that. Oh snaps, hold on, we got the boo thing in the house. How you doing, ma'am? Hold on, man, ain't you supposed to be out there with your girls? Like, I'm not gonna do the pinky thing. Like, you supposed to be with the sorors out there. I can never say that word. It makes no the yo sorority sisters. Like, yeah, you supposed to be out there with them. What y'all? Yeah, I know y'all must be on break. I don't know. Y'all must be on break. Let's see. Anthony, what you got? These red flags are starting to remind me of Yu Yu Hakusho. Keep in mind the trailer for the movie looked great, and we know how that turned out. Facts. Thank you so much for that, Anthony. Yes, I totally agree with you on that. That was something that I was very concerned about, and I didn't hear now one person really talking about Yu Yu afterwards. So, well, there goes that. Let's see. Moving on, we have another rumor. And this one is for Iron Fist. So, I think I have probably never expressed this to you guys, but I have not been the biggest fan of the Iron Fist on Netflix. I personally have thought that it is one of the weakest series on the Netflix brand of shows. And I have a particular disdain for the acting performance of Finn Jones. Finn Jones is the guy that played Iron Fist, and that first season pissed me all the way off. That first season made me completely turned off from everything and anything about Iron Fist. And I'll admit, it absolutely turned me away from even finishing season 2. I already know what happens in season 2. I'm just saying I didn't even care to watch it because Finn Jones and his bad performance turned me off that bad, that much. I was like, I don't care. So yeah, I know who ends up getting the fist. I know who ends up getting set up. I don't care because I didn't care about Finn Jones. Now, I have also, maybe y'all have heard this once in a blue moon or two, I have also been on front line and center requesting that Marvel please recast Iron Fist because we cannot keep going with Finn Jones. I'm sorry, but not sorry. That guy really put a terrible taste in everyone's mouth as the lead character. I mean, he just could not do a good job. The fighting was trash. The performance was terrible. The writing was absolutely abhorrent. So, with all that said, there's a new rumor out there that maybe Marvel's going to do something a little different. Now, I will say Colleen was great. I like Colleen. Colleen was one of the best parts of the show. Colleen made this thing tolerable. Okay. Like just a little tolerable. Okay. So let's get to the rumor. It says here, according to movie scooper Daniel Richmond, there are now plans to develop a new Iron Fist series, but with a twist. The new show would reportedly focus on a female lead, and it's also said that the project could potentially be animated. Oh. Boy, I already know who getting mad. A female lead? Oh my gosh, E-Man. The MCU is back in full action. Not another female. Listen, if there ever was a place to have a female lead, it would absolutely be Iron Fist, because the male lead couldn't do it. He can't keep up. So yes, if y'all are going to pivot away from whatever Finn Jones, yes, I fully support this. Now I will say I'm a little conflicted, but let me just say this first. If this rumor is true, if this is going to be animated, I think everybody needs to just chill out. Because if it's animated, people don't put the same weight on animation that they do live action. And if it's an animated series, I can already get the feeling that people will act like it don't really count. So there's that. Now I'm conflicted with this because I don't like Finn Jones as an actor in this role. I do not. But at the same time, I like Colleen. I like Henwick, the girl that's playing Colleen. I like her. She is a good actress. She can fight. She does her scenes well. Listen, she showed up for work, and I don't mind seeing more of Colleen. I really don't. But what I am a little conflicted with is I like Danny Rand, the character, as well. And I'm a little hurt that we're not getting more Danny Rand, because for me, I liked the idea of Danny Rand and his character, especially when he teams up with Luke Cage. I've posted this clip on Twitter if you follow me, but it's the clip from The Defenders. And if you remember, Danny, he comes from rich white families, right? His family is rich and he is white. And Luke Cage was kind of telling him like, hey, man, you was going a little too hard on these little, black kids and stuff like that. And Danny's like, oh, well, whatever. They had it coming. He's like, listen, but you have power without even doing nothing, because you are rich. You have influence. You have, societal power and influence and all that. Like, it's different if me going around in my hood and trying to correct things versus somebody with status and power also coming in and doing this violence and stuff. And basically Luke was kind of schooling him on his rich white privilege. And I was like, yo, that's actually why it is a good thing that Danny Rand is not just some random Asian that fits the stereotype that knows martial arts. That no, he is a rich white kid, but also he gets up and grows from the awareness, because he went to another whole country culture and he didn't know. So him growing with Luke Cage, I thought was always valuable to have. So I am a little bit disappointed if we don't get more of that. I was hoping to get more of that, just without Finn Jones. I just don't want it with Finn Jones. Bro can go. Please go. Anyway, Oh, speaking of him, hold on. There was more to the report. It says the report also suggested that Finn Jones would be wanted to return as Danny Rand for the new series. However, he would only pop up for a cameo without serving as the main. It's easy to speculate that this could all just be for Colleen Wing. Hey, whatever. I wouldn't want the cameo, but whatever. You know, I would just say this, especially with Marvel potentially rebooting everything. Now's the time. Now's the time to reboot and recast. You can pick and choose what you want. You already picked and choose what you wanted from for Daredevil. You can pick and choose what you want from Iron Fist too. No one's going to lose any sleep if Finn Jones is not if he comes back. Like if he's recast, no one is going to lose sleep if he is recast and we got a new curly-haired blonde guy playing Danny Rand. If anything, your ratings might go up. They might. But anyway, what do y'all think about all this? Do you want to see an Iron Fist series? Does it bother you whether it's going to be female led? I mean, it is Colleen potentially. Does it give you any concerns that it's going to be animated potentially? Whatever you think about this rumor, because it is just a rumor, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Right. Rhaegar, what you got? So I think Sokka will have to at least be a little sexist because you really can't have the Warriors of Kyoshi, a special episode without the gender roles plotline. I agree. And that it kind of makes you wonder, are they even going to include them? You know, like, are they going to skip that too or not? I don't know. But I'm totally with you on that. That would be great. Let's see. Oh man, Larry. Okay, Larry, bro. I guess I have to address this. My gosh, Larry, you just out here supporting the channel all extra heavy. Thank you. My gosh, wonderful. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. All right, listen, we got to talk about Larry's question here. My man got into the purple here. Now we got to get into this. So I was curious if you've seen Dutchman by Amiri Bakara. If not, it's on YouTube and it's only an hour long. I spoke with Amiri before he passed about a remake and he was down. Curious if you think it could fly these days. It's brilliant but controversial. Thanks. So, I have not heard of this, so I do feel bad that I can't give you a little bit more. But I'll tell you what, I will look this up real quick. I mean, since you out here paying the light bills over here, is this? Oh, okay. So is this it here? Is that it? Do I have the right one here? The late 60s. Okay, so I guess this black and white thing right here. If that is the case, if this is it, okay, I see that that's the one you're talking about. I will watch it. I mean, come on now. You done supported the channel. It's the least I can do. So if you can do me a favor, Larry, again, thank you so much for that, man. I will watch this tonight. Okay, I will watch this tonight. And if you can remind me next week, I will give you my thoughts on that. Okay, so I will watch it tonight. I'm gonna leave it up here, queued up, and then I will give you my thoughts on it next week. If that's cool with you. All right. But thank you so much. I'm gonna have this up there. And if not, if you don't want to wait, leave a comment on the replay and then I'll answer it there. Whatever works for you. You the boss right now. you the boss. But yes, I will check this out. So thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. That was super generous of y'all, of you. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Well, hold on, Larry. Let's go ahead and okay, what's going on? Thank you again, man. Okay. E-Man, not sure if you've been watching True Detective Night County, but it's been really good so far. Interesting though, Nick Pizzialato has been throwing shade on it. Could be jealous of it doing well. Okay, so I have not finished So I watched the first season, but I still need to watch the second, third, and fourth season. So I'm not caught up on True Detective. It was kind of something that me and the wife were watching. So um, I gotta kind of corral her to come back. If she don't want to watch it though, I don't know if she's still here. If she don't want to watch it, I'll watch it on my own. Because it is something I've been hearing really good things about. But I have not caught up yet. It is on my list. So I will get there. I will get there. And that is very interesting to hear that there is some potential beef going on. But hold that thought. Give me some time. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I will. It's on my watch list for sure. Thank you so much, Larry. You mean the world with your contributions. Thank you for that. Here we go. Let's play. Let's go ahead and play. If you have the choice to save either Anthony Mackie or the Finn Jones Iron Fist, who would it be and why wouldn't it be Anthony Mackie? Just for that, let's go to commercial break. All right. The answer to this question is easy. I would save Anthony Mackie. And the reason why I would save Anthony Mackie is because he's a better actor than Finn Jones. That's all. Now, I think what you're really looking for is which one would I save and put as a lead, which you didn't include. And if that was the case, neither. But I would save Anthony Mackie because he is a better actor. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, Anthony. I know you was holding that one in. I know. It must have hurt. Let's see. JN, what you got? Amiri Bakara is a great poet who focused on the Black arts movement. That's why folks considered him controversial. Okay, hey, sounds like a great endorsement. I got it queued up. I will definitely check that out. Thank you for that extra information, though. I appreciate it. Let's see, Anthony, what you got? Honestly, he was much better in season 2. Also, the fight scene sucked because he had to learn the choreography before they filmed. Listen, I don't care. Did he get paid? Did Finn Jones get paid? If you got paid and you had a job to do, I don't want to hear none of these excuses. Half of these actors get personal chefs. They get personal trainers to get in shape. They don't have day jobs. They literally have time aside to go learn these things. I don't need to hear none of these excuses. None. Why he the only one that got this excuse? Where was Colleen? She didn't. What was Miss Henwick? She didn't have time. She had time. So your supporting characters got time, but your main character don't? I don't want to hear that nonsense. No, none of it. None of it. You got paid. You cash some checks, right? Nah, G. Nah, I ain't going. Thanks, though. Recast Iron Fist. Rhonda, Fargo season 5. You know what? Oh, which one? I watched the Fargo. I think I watched the one with Chris Rock. Was that 4? Was that 4 for Fargo? Because that's the one I watched, and I think I watched season 1. So I don't know why I went into the wrong order, but dang, forget the other seasons. Okay. Aren't they all connected though? Like I could have sworn all the Fargos are like loosely connected, aren't they? Maybe. So okay, listen, Rhonda, I know I'm gonna listen to you because you be telling me all these things to watch. Should I skip Fargo season 2 and 3? Should I skip 2 and 3 and just go right into 5? Because I know they're not very connected and you could just jump right in. If y'all think I could skip 2 and 3, I'll go into 5. Okay, Rhonda said yes. All right. Yes, ma'am. All right, I will. I'll go ahead and make that change. I'll add that to the list too. Fargo season 5. I like Fargo. Fargo seemed really cool. That was a nice little thing to watch in between shows and stuff. So I like that. JN, The Banker and Night Catches Us are two lead good Anthony Mackie movies where he was the lead, but I understand your sentiments. No, I don't think you do, sir. No. Hold on. Let me make sure. Night Catches Us. Because I need to clarify what I'm talking about here. Okay. In fairness, I have not watched Night Catches Us. So I will reserve judgment on that. I have not seen that. But the reason why I don't bring up The Banker, and the reason why it does not count for what I'm talking about, when I say a lead, I'm talking about the main lead and the only lead. I'm saying my criticism with Anthony Mackie has always been, I don't think he's a good solo lead actor. What I mean by that is he's the top dog and there is no one else with him. He's the one carrying the movie without the help. Which means The Banker, he's a co-lead with Sam Jackson. He's fine as a co-lead. He's fine as a supporting. He's not a solo lead movie guy. Y'all have not said, let me go see this Anthony Mackie movie by himself. You might have said, hey, let me go see that Anthony Mackie and Sam Jackson movie. Sure. There's no problem there. My man does good with a supporting cast and with a co-lead. But by himself? Nah. That's a different thing. So I'm very, very specific with my criticism. And that's why I try and tell y'all, I don't hate him. I like what he does as a supporting actor. I like what he does as a co-lead. He just doesn't have it as a lead, a singular solo lead. That's the difference. All right. Larry, back at it. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you checking out Dutchman. Just warning you, it's deep and dark. I'll remind you next week because you definitely remember. Dang, man, how bad is this gonna get? Why y'all acting like this finna give me? Is this gonna give me nightmares or something? Like, what are we talking about here? Is it like, I mean, seriously, is this gonna be that? Is it problematic? I mean, okay, all right, we'll see. All right. Oh geez. Okay. All right, Larry. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna watch it. I told you I'll watch it. So now you got me a little nervous, but I'll watch it. Golly, how did this? See, this is your fault. This is all y'all fault. We sitting here talking, and I completely forgot this was even a topic. There's a Marvel movie coming out. Some of y'all might know. Captain America, Brave New World, Brave and the Bold. I don't know, whatever it's called. Cap 4 is coming out. And it stars Anthony Mackie, who will be playing Sam Wilson. And, this is coming fresh off of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series on Disney Plus, which I will say was not one of my favorites. I felt as though Falcon and Winter Soldier could have gone harder when it came to the racial issues, especially given the fact that was literally the number one issue in the comics. That was one of the reasons why him becoming Captain America was so controversial. So y'all boy done got some new threads already. Because apparently, leaks happen and the internet can't resist a good old leak. So if you don't want to see it, I don't know how you feel about that or not. But I'm gonna show y'all the old look, and then I'm gonna show you the new look. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I don't know, go to the bathroom or something, whatever. But here we go. This is Sam's old look that we got right after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As you see, my man still got the lemon pepper vibranium wings that he got from Wakanda. He got the crisp white and everything with the white stripes and all that. So this was his suit that I think a lot of us thought he was going to be wearing somewhere, in the new movie. All right. But that wasn't going to be the case, because now we got another look, and this comes from, I want to say, it might have been either the merchandise or something. It was some promo. It was a promo art that got released, and now we see what Sam's new look is going to be, and here it is right here. My man's in all blue. He's in all blue. Okay. Looks like here he ditched the whole, I don't know, face stuff. He went back to just the shades. Top part is all blue. Yeah. So let's see here. So yeah, this is the new look, the all blue look, and this the red, white, and blue. So I'm curious now, what do y'all think between these two? Do you like the old look? Do you like the new look? Now, here's one thing they did, and I didn't know this. Apparently, and I gotta go verify this myself. I think I heard somebody say in the Falcon and Winter Soldier behind the scenes stuff, y'all know how he had that mask or whatever, like part of his mask or whatever, connected to his goggles. Apparently, that was all CGI. Yeah, like all that white, the white part of his uniform or whatever. Apparently, that was CGI, and I'm like, why? Why would y'all make that CGI? What happened to the costume department? How many times have we seen people that have like these little costumes or whatever? Y'all had to CGI that? You know that means that's more money that was put into the show. That was more time that the VFX people had to deal. What? So again, if it is true that was all VFX, I'm like, first of all, y'all need to get better costume people. First of all, if that's the case, but I'm gonna say that I like this look. We didn't even have time to live with this look. My man had this look for literally one episode. One episode, and we already off to the blue. And why? Why he gotta look even more like Steve Rogers? I thought you was trying to get out his shadow. I thought you was trying to be your own Captain America. I'm just saying, it's kind of whack to me that you already are living under the heritage and the mantle of someone else, and all you doing is trying to look more like them. I'm just saying, they could have kept this. This was unique. This was his thing, and if I'm not mistaken, this is more comic accurate anyway. I personally, I would have stuck with the old one. And if you are going to do something like this little hot blue, I don't like it. I don't like it, mainly because we've already seen this with Cap, with Steve Rogers. And for me, if you're going to be a different character, even if you're going to follow in the footsteps, at least put your own thing on it. And at this point, I'm like, the only difference now is you got wings and you're not a super soldier. Like, I don't know. I think this kind of works against Sam more than helps him. But hey, that's just my opinion. Maybe I think some of y'all actually like the blue, and that's cool too. If y'all like it, that's cool. Personally, I would kind of rather stick with the white. But if they want to go to royal blue, it is what it is. So y'all let me know, what do you think about Sam's new look? Do you like this blue uniform, or do you like his old uniform? Well, his new old uniform that we ain't seen on the big screen yet. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Rhonda, what you got? If I tell you one more time, Chapel wait with Adrian Brody, trust I'm gonna be waiting to hear if there'll be a season 2. You know what? I remember you did tell me about it, and somebody spoiled it for me. So I was a little discouraged. I was a little discouraged in watching it because somebody did spoil it, and yeah. So, the whole mystery behind what was actually going on, like they told me, and I was like, so I might still watch it. I'm not gonna say I won't. I'm just saying that was it kind of let me down. It kind of let me down. But Rhonda, for you, I will add it to the list. It'll be something. It's a long list, but I thank you for reminding me. And you do have to remind me. I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm gonna forget some stuff. It happens. But I appreciate you nevertheless. JN, The Dutchman is a dark protest against racism. Okay. Listen, I can deal with some racism. Let's go. Let's do it. Man, y'all made it sound like I was gonna watch some Saw or something, Saw Part 5 or something like that, a prequel. Like, all right, that's fine. 49ers for life. I just finished Attack on Titan, and that was fire. Anthony Mackie and Finn Jones to remake to star in the next Men in Black movies. Yikes. If you want that, have fun. You could go. Be first in line. Get your tickets now. I don't know why y'all be playing. Y'all put these things in the universe. Somebody gonna mess around and do it. Somebody gonna mess around and do it. Keep playing. Keep playing. Didier, what you got? It kept folding out when he turned his head. The costume department couldn't fix that. It's just physics. Oh man. That was it. Man, they couldn't get like some silk or something with some different materials or something. I'm just saying, if Michael Keaton could make it work, with that little stiff Batman neck. All right, fine. We'll see what happens with it. But here's the thing. Even if the whole facial neck thing didn't work, even if that didn't work, I still think they could have kept the white with the suit. You didn't have to go make it all blue, looking more like old Steve Rogers. That to me, you still could have kept your white design at least. But anyway, all right, good point. That's fine. Logistics, I get it. JN, I really like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Surprised so many people. Critics were down on it. I'm fine with either suit. Just excited to see it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, no, I have issues when you're trying to do something, but then you pull back, right? So, like, if you're going to talk about racism, which obviously was a situation for him, why are you dancing around it? So that frustrates me with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, like, we covered this on my channel. So, I gave my critiques per episode, but if we're going to sit here and talk about the police over policing black neighborhoods, just say that. Don't sit here and hold your breath and not say nothing to your white partner because you don't want to like step on no toes or nothing. If people have a problem with you because you a black man representing the United States, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not dance around these type of issues. Like that to me, like the realest you ever got was having Isaiah Bradley. When they said they'll never let a black man be Captain America, that was the realest they ever got. So, for me, it was just kind of like, it felt like they were pulling their punches, and it was like, look, are we going to fight or not? Are you going to get in the fight or not? If you're not going to get in the fight, you don't do it. If you're not going to throw some real punches, what are you doing? So yeah, I thought they went a little soft with it. That's all. Let's see. Prince, Bucky gonna take the old one back to Wakanda. I don't know. Bucky ain't allowed in Wakanda right now. They told Bucky to take a timeout. They was like, nah, G, we already, hit that doop, 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 took his arm down. Yeah, I don't think he can go back right now. He might still be on punishment for all we know. All right, guys, let's get to the last topic for today, and that is about Deadpool 3. We've got some Deadpool 3 updates. I think this is one movie that I've told y'all I think this is going to help and probably be the only help for the superhero movie genre in 2024. Because keep in mind, Y'all about to get hit with three Sony movies or two. I don't know. Too many. Way too many. No, yeah. What is it? Craven, Madam Web, and I think Venom 3. So y'all about to get hit with 3 Sony movies. Ugh. And then Deadpool is going to be somewhere in the mix. So once again, get ready. What time? What is it? It's February 2nd, 2024. Get ready for all them articles. Superhero movie fatigue is hitting very high. That's Sony. Don't put that on the whole genre. That's Sony. Don't forget it. But I do believe that Deadpool 3 is going to be that one film that absolutely is going to blow our socks off. I think that I've always had a lot of trust in Ryan Reynolds. I've always had a lot of trust in his devotion to the character and the source material. And I've always had a lot of trust in his advertising. Matter of fact, I just heard another rumor about what the first trailer is going to be about. I'm not going to share because I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but I think it's going to be fantastic. You know, if they do that, it'll be a very Deadpool-y type of trailer. There have been talks that the first trailer is going to debut at the Super Bowl, which is a perfect time to do it. Yeah, so if you're watching the Super Bowl or the Swift Bowl, whatever they're calling it nowadays, be on the lookout for the first thing of Deadpool, first trailer. It's probably gonna be just a quick little teaser, but that's honestly all you need with Deadpool. You don't need to show a lot of footage. You definitely don't need to go, showing all these extra things. Just show the character, show Wolverine is gonna show up, and that's it. People will show up, right? But we have director Matthew Vaughn once again. He was commenting on this, and again, keep in mind Matthew Vaughn is the guy that gave you Kick-Ass. He gave you X-Men First Class. He gave you Kingsman. So he's in this space. He knows all this stuff, right? But apparently, I guess he saw a little bit of Deadpool 3, and he gave us a little tidbit, a little bit of his thoughts on it. And he said here, hold on, let's get that a little bigger. He said, the few snippets that I know about Deadpool versus Wolverine or Wolverine versus Deadpool, I'm sure that argument between Ryan and Hugh is happening as we speak are unbelievable. They still don't have a final title, by the way. He says here, that's going to be the jolt. The Marvel Universe is about to have a jolt of them, and it's going to bring that body back to life. I think Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are about to save the whole Marvel Universe. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at that. Now, I will just say that I don't think Marvel needs saving. I don't think they need saving. Sony needs saving. DC needs saving. But I wouldn't say Marvel right now needs saving. Now, again, I fully acknowledge Marvel has stumbled. You know, when you bump your toe and you just keep on tripping, but maybe you didn't fall all the way down. You just, like they've been stumbling. But I wouldn't say that they like need life support. I wouldn't say that they need the little electric machine. Not clear. You know, I don't think they need all that. But I will say that Deadpool 3 absolutely sounds like it's going to be that one thing where people are going to be like, aha, see, Marvel still got it. Now, are they going to say that with Thunderbolts? Are they going to say that with Captain America 4? Are they going to say that with, the other movie? I don't know. But Deadpool 3, if you're going to bank on something, I think it's going to be that one. And I've already told y'all, even though it's rated R, I still think it has the potential to be $1 billion movie, even at rated R. Realistically, I think Deadpool can bring in 6, maybe 700 million, because you've got an established character, you've got the Marvel machine, and you've got Hugh Jackman coming back. All of those point to really good signs for me. But one other thing that we got here was that we actually finally got the official synopsis, or at least maybe some sort of synopsis for what Deadpool 3 is going to be about. Now, this kind of fuels a little bit of the rumors and theories that have been out there. One of the theories that was out there, and I think I even put this out there a long time ago, was that Deadpool, because if you remember from Deadpool 2, he met up with Cable and he had a little time travel device, and he was going back to all his old, Ryan Reynolds movies, and he was messing with the timelines. And I told y'all it'd be real funny if Deadpool ends up messing around with the TVA, right? So it's possible that maybe the TVA comes after him. Now, based off of what happened after Loki, we don't know. The TVA is a little different. Maybe, now the whole situation with Kang, maybe the whole multiverse thing, I don't know. Maybe maybe we still get the TVA, but maybe the objective is different, but we'll have to wait and see. But we do have an official synopsis here. It says Marvel Japan shares the Deadpool 3 description. And it basically is pretty simple. It says the irresponsible hero Deadpool will change the history of the MCU with Wolverine. So what could that possibly mean? That he is going to change the history of the MCU. Now, when I read this, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I don't really think you can change history, because even within the MCU, they've already talked about how that's not exactly how it works. You can't change the history, and in case, because I know some people are like, man, what are you talking about? Come on now, y'all know I got the receipts. Y'all need to go back to Endgame and listen to Smart Hulk, where he literally talked about this. He talked about how you cannot go into the past and change history. Listen.
I don't know why everyone believes that, but that isn't true. Think about it. If you travel to the past, that past becomes your future, and your former present becomes the past, which can't now be changed by your new future.
Exactly. That's Back to the Future logic. And the MCU does not work that way. If, let's say, Deadpool goes to the past or whatever, let's say he goes into the Fox universe, let's say he goes to the Sony universe, let's say he whatever, he's going to create alternate timelines and branches. He cannot undo certain things. That's Back to the Future logic. Okay. So if anything, the TVA is definitely going to have to be involved in some way. I don't know how he's going to change history. I think maybe he's going to try to change history, but he might be inadvertently causing more branches than need be. And that could be why the TVA has to come with him and be like, yo, we down with the new branches, but you wilding out. You need to chill out. That's what I'm guessing will happen. But one way or another, if there was ever any type of movie to make an imprint on the MCU, Deadpool is a fantastic one to do that. We've already gotten little teases from the multiverse, not the multiverse, the Marvels, where we saw, going into another universe, right? So it will be interesting if Deadpool kind of pushes that envelope and gets us closer to the events of what could be happening with Avengers. Well, we don't really know if it's still going to be called Kang Dynasty, but Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. We have to see. Now, I know some people want to move on from Kang and all that. Listen, I've already told y'all we need to close this chapter on the multiverse, but don't you close it on a bad note. Don't you waste all them times that we had to sit with them boo-boo shows and them boo-boo movies and them boo-boo endings. Don't waste our time with it. Give us at least something good so we can be like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. But anyway, what are y'all thinking about Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool and Wolverine? Are you excited for Deadpool 3? Does this give you any more hope about the whole idea that Deadpool's going to clearly be doing some sort of time travel if he is going to change MCU history? Whatever you think, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, guys, look at that. Not even close. Well, we are close to 3 hours, but we didn't hit it. Tony, what you got? It's not Andy's fault on why the Flash flopped. It was placed under bad timing, and plus the announcement definitely hurt it. But I feel he'll do great with Brave and the Bold. So, I disagree. Andy made a lot of questionable choices in the Flash that I think did not help it in any way. The idea of leaving the VFX to look as shoddy as it was, I disagree with his creative decision. His decision to put in a whole bunch of random Superman in the movie that added zero context or anything to the film at all, I disagree. His decision to include all those moments in the Flash where we spent all that time with Ezra and his roommates or whatever, and the babies, like he's still responsible for that. Yes, he is responsible in my opinion for he kept the Flash running the same way. Like, yes, Andy's gonna get that blame. You can't just no. You can't be the captain of the ship. You steering the boat and everything. And because the ship crashed, blame the other. No, Andy is to blame, because the same way, if this would have been a success, Andy would have been given the praise too, right? Like, if the Flash did not flop, people would be saying, look at Andy, good job. So I'm just saying he cannot separate himself from the good or the bad. And I do believe he is equally as responsible for the bad. I'm not saying you're wrong that other factors didn't play a part. I do think that they did as well. The timing, absolutely. But this man still was there with the creative decision making. He's the one that chose the cameos. He's the one that chose the visual designs. He signed off on that. The buck stopped with you, sir. James Gunn too, because he gave his okay on that movie too. Remember, this was the greatest superhero movie that they'd ever seen. So I can't let him off the hook. And that's okay if you don't believe that. That's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I can't let him off the hook. Andy has to get that blame too. That's just me. Thank you so much. Plush, because he said so. Andy said that he had the choice of we covered this already, so it's in articles, in interviews and stuff. But Andy said that he had a choice of all the different cameos that they could have picked. And that's why I was like, wait a minute, you had the choice of what kind of cameos you wanted to do. So you said, rather than, I don't know, bringing in Grant Gustin or other Flashes to kind of like, make that final scene work, you chose all those Superman and the Nick Cage, and he made those decisions. So that was on him. Again, I'm putting blame on what they said. I'm not making it up. They said this stuff. So, I'm like, okay, y'all gonna own it one way or another. Anyway, guys, that is all we have for tonight. Oh, look at that. No 3 hours. Guys, I want to thank y'all so much for taking the time to hang out with your boy. Always means the world to me. Looks like my man Larry done gave me some homework. So I will be watching The Dutchman shortly. And I want to thank y'all once again. Do we have anything else going on? I don't think so. I think we're good until next week. Hey guys, it's Black History Month. Learn something new about somebody Black. Watch some Black movies, support Black businesses, and never forget that Black history is American history. Should not be censored. It should not be hidden. It is not meant to make anyone feel bad. It is there to uplift, inspire, and let us all know how far we've come, and to progress towards that American dream that we'd all like to aspire to. But you guys know the routine. Wash your hands, wash your butts, and everything in between. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.